From matters COVID, as the IEBC begins signature verification before it can either give a nod for a referendum or not, one political player seems to be at a crossroads. Deputy President William Ruto is yet to publicly state whether or not he supports the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020, despite the fact that his calls for a multiple-choice referendum have been ignored. Unlike the 2005 and 2010 referenda, where he and others defiantly stood for a no campaign, BBI's 2021 possible referendum appears to have left Ruto in a catch-22 situation. KTN's senior political affairs reporter Duncan Haemba interrogates.
Tutasimamisha rege ama tutasimamisha?
In the run-up to the Bomas 2's BBI recommendation validation, Deputy President William Ruto had been emphatic about his position.
Mimi siwezi kurudi nyuma. Tumesema safari hii hatuwezi kuendelea kuongea mambo ya viongozi na mamlaka na vyeo. Tunataka kuongea mambo ya mwananchi mdogo.
It is safe to say he had properly politically radicalized his constituency he calls the Hustler Nation against what he called political dynasties, stating it is time for a paradigm shift.
Munasema tuongee mambo ya Prime Minister ama bodaboda? Hawaje kutusumbua watu nani? Ama na wakiendelea watajua hawajui. Ama
However, after the rollout of the signature collection that guaranteed a 2021 plebiscite for constitutional amendment, Deputy President appears a leader who is politically under siege and at crossroads. On his right is the President, his boss, who is leading the BBI referendum push, a government initiative DP has no choice but to support, while on his left is his Hustler Nation he had assembled and prepared to reject any proposed constitutional amendment that favors the political class. As it stands, Ruto is yet to openly declare his support for President's BBI project or give his supporters, who are currently on mark time, the next command. Is he cornered?
We want to improve our country, my friend. When you find me, you know me. Normally, I take positions and I'm very clear about. But you see, I am Deputy President today, and I have the interests of every Kenyan. There are people who support us, and they want a real choice to express themselves.
Political commentator Isaac Wabuge opines that Ruto, being a shrewd politician, could be carefully calculating his moves, knowing that any misstep will be politically detrimental.
The DP is not at crossroads. The DP is trying to find a narrative that he can push to his Hustler Nation so that they can also be part of this. Remember, the Hustler Nation has been described more as people who have been defranchised by the current aspect of politics.
What are the political ramifications should he choose to either sit back and watch or decide to campaign against the president who is championing the BBI?
The ramification here, one will be, there will be a lot of push for him to resign from government. And this is something that has already happened before. We had Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who when disagreed with Kenyatta, stepped aside. So in a case whereby the DP comes out strongly and said, I have ideological differences with the presidency, and he takes that step, which is his constitutional decision to step out of government, then that one in any case will make him a stronger candidate as he attracts more to his hustler who will feel he has stood by them.
Already political heavyweights continue pushing the DP to categorically state his position.
You cannot be a little bit pregnant. Either or. So kwa hii, yes or no?
We don't want multiple boils. Na mimi naomba ndugu Deputy President, hii boil ni chungu. Tusingoje tena tusongeshe until 2022. Tufinye hii boil ikwishe, tuanze mambo mengine.
What if the DP succumbs to pressure and joins the now seemingly unstoppable reggae bandwagon? How easily or difficult will it be for him to get a seat at the high table that BBI big boys have already taken their positions?
Remember, BBI is going to form a juggernaut that is going to speak into the 2022 election. So for him going back onto that table, he will speak to his electorate that, you see what, I still have the courage to go and face these people and still engage them on the issues that I feel needed to have been considered, even though we are not getting what we have wanted.
For now, the wait continues. Which way, Mr. Deputy President? Is it a yes or a no? The hustlers or political dynasties? Duncan Hemba, KTN News.
All right, I'd like us now to take a